Do not plant for yourself any tree as an asherim near the slaughter place of Yahweh, your Elohim, or near the altar in some translations. I don't plant no asherim tree near the altar. This doesn't even apply to me. Well, what about Christmas trees, which are actually Saturnalian pillars of worship to the sun god Nimrod? These things have nothing to do with Christ, and if we research it ourselves, we can see that these customs and traditions about bringing trees into one's home are actually rooted in pagan practices. They're known as asherim, they're known as pillars of worship, and they decorate them with planets and stars, astrology and fairies. This Christmas tree has nothing to do with Jesus Christ. It has nothing to do with the birth of our Messiah. In fact, Yeshua wasn't even born in December, so what's going on here? Well, history teaches and tells us that Constantine merged a religion together. And the kids love it, and Santa's checking his list, he's checking it twice, gonna find out if you're naughty or nice. And all these kids actually believe more in Santa Claus than they do of the living God of Israel. It's so sad. It was a satanic practice. It still is. It's deeply rooted in the occult. The state of Alabama was the first US state to legalize Christmas in 1836, meaning that there was 200 years in which it was a criminal activity to celebrate such a festival. Oklahoma became the last state to make Christmas legal in 1907. It was considered as pure witchcraft, related to Anglo-Saxon barbarian, related to Mithras and Rome. You can go and see it. Any culture in the world, it's the worship of trees, the decorating of trees, and it's nothing to do with Christ. Our Father hates this form of idolatry.
Hear the word which Yehovah speaks to you, O house of Yisrael. Thus said Yehovah, do not learn the way of the nations, and do not be awed by the signs of the heavens, for the nations are awed by them. For the laws of these people are worthless. For one cuts a tree from the forest, work for the hands of a craftsman with a cutting tool. They beautify it with silver and gold, they strengthen it with nails and hammers, so that it does not topple.
Well, do not lean on the ways of what the nations do. Well, all the nations and everyone, I don't know anyone who doesn't put a Christmas tree up. You get called a Grinch, it's wrong, it's frowned upon, it's seen as forbidden. What, you didn't put a Christmas tree up? They adorn it with silver and gold. It becomes an idol in people's homes. These things have got a spiritual implication, you know. These ancient people didn't just do this for a laugh. They were doing it to invoke deities. They were doing it to invoke spirits. They were doing it to allow the spirit of Yule and Saturnalia into their lives. This was a spirit of Saturnalia, and it's known as the spirit of Christmas. Now, oh, got the spirit of Christmas. It does not have anything to do with Christ, with these ritualistic ceremonies that are ingrained in paganism, and you can research it yourself online for all those people that want to watch and tune into this. And we're not bashing these people that do this unknowingly, because the world has been deceived. It says the whole world is given unto the hand of the wicked, that the devil is a liar, that he's deceived people, and we've been given the knowledge and truth, and we know. Amos 5:21 through 23, Yahweh says, thus saith Yahweh, I despise your feast days, and I will not stand or smell in your solemn assemblies. He hates the festivals that the Gentiles do. Christmas, it's not in the Bible. Sukkot is in the Bible. Passover is in the Bible. In fact, Yeshua did these festivals. In fact, they're Yahweh's feast days. That's what he commands us to do. Not man-made traditions like Ishtar, Easter being a fertility festival. So, this can apply to us today. Do not plant for yourself any tree, any asherim near the altar of Yahweh. We are called to be the temple of God now. The altar of God, the menorah, all the furnishings exist within us. They are some component of our life. So we are not to plant one of these trees in our own home, where we are the living sacrifice upon the altar ourselves daily.